Hello children, how are you all? I hope you are fit and fine. Children, as you all know, this is your general knowledge video class, and today we are going to continue the same chapter that we have done in our previous video, that is values to learn in life. This is chapter number 29, children. Chapter 29, values to learn in life. To learn in life, children. So there are so many great personalities you can see in the world. From their personality we can learn lots of things. Their goodness, their deeds, we must see, and we must always be remember for their great achievement that they had achieved. So children, this is the way we can learn the values from our ancestors. Children, this is very important that we should develop ethics and morals in our life, because if we are a very learned person and we don't know how to behave, how to react, how to maintain the situation in a positive manner, so we are not a complete personality. Children, we must learn these values. We must learn the experience of our great leaders. So today's chapter, as we have done in our previous video, that we have learned about Mahatma Gandhi, Subhash Chandra Bose, Nelson Mandela, Thomas Edison, and Lord Buddha. Children, today we are going to learn about Lao Tzu. Lao Tzu, okay? So this is actually a Chinese Lao Tzu. Zo, or you can say T is silent, so Lao Tzu. Okay, so first of all I would like to tell you that Lao Tzu also rendered at Laozi. Chinese Mandarin, commonly translated as an old master, and Lao Tzu was an ancient Chinese philosopher and writer, children. He was a famous philosopher and writer. Okay, he is the reputed author of the Tao Te Ching. Tao Te Ching. Okay, so Tao Te Ching. Okay, so this is Tao Te Ching, the founder of philosopher Taoism. Philosopher Taoism, founder of philosophical Taoism. So children, he was a great thinker, great philosopher, and he written his book, that is Tao Te Ching. Okay children, so this is a very old philosopher and writer, and he is the reputed author of the Tao Te Ching, the founder of philosophical Taoism, and the deity in the religious Taoism and traditional Chinese religion. A semi-legendary figure, Lao Tzu was usually portrayed as a 6th centuries BC contemporary of the Confucius. Confucius was also a, you can say, philosopher. So this is the contemporary of Confucius. Now children, but some modern historians consider him to have lived during the warring state period of 4th century BC. A central figure in the Chinese cultures, Laozi is claimed by both the emperors of Tang dynasty and modern people of Li Sumane as a founder of their lineage. So this is what we have to learn from his life, because he was a great philosopher. He had established that this new concept, that Taoism, and here you can see Laozi work has been embraced both various anti-authoritarian movement and Chinese legalism. So this is his work, and the Chinese cannot deny about his you can say contribution in their Chinese country or China. Taozo is related to the, or you can say the founder of the Taoism. So this is the Taoism is related to the realism, or you can say the reality. It is based on reality. Whatever the things is going on, which is real, he explored. So that time of the quality you can see in the Taozi. So the reality, the new concept of reality, what is fact, he explored. And Laozi said, do the difficult thing while they are easy to do, the great things while they are small. A journey of 1,000 miles must begin with a single step. Mastering others is a strength. Mastering yourself is a true power. When I let go of what I am, I become what I might be. These are the sayings of Laozi. Now children, you can realize this how great personality he was, and he given the doctrine of Taoism. In that you can see the concept of reality. It is very difficult to become a millionaire or very good achiever, but it is difficult to achieve yourself. It means you have to conquer by spiritually, physically, and everywhere, intelligently, or whatever, the mentally also. So this is must, children. That is the motto of this Laozi. So children, this is the concept of the Laozi and Taoism he founded, and the reality based. Mastering others is a strength. The saying of this great person that mastering others is a strength. दूसरों पे mastery करना is a strength, but mastering yourself is true power. Strength हो सकती है, या आपकी शक्ति हो सकती है, लेकिन mastering yourself, अपने ऊपर mastering करना, that is a true power. As we are learning in value education, children, that empower your possibilities. So that is how we can create ourselves a powerful person. So children, this is the message of Taozi. Okay children. Now Taozi, also rendered as Laozi or Lao Tzu, was an ancient Chinese philosopher and writer. As you all know, he is the reputed author of the Tao Te Ching, the founder of the philosophical Taoism, and deity in the religious Taoism. So children, it's a great writer, and the reality, if you will write one word for him, that is reality. Reality. So that is the basic of his Taoism. Okay. So children, we are going to do our next one. The next one, the great leader is Dhirubhai Ambani. Ambanis को कौन नहीं जानता, आज भी बहुत सारे लोग उनके प्रोडक्ट को ख़रीदते हैं। अंबानी ने बहुत बड़ा एम्पायर, बिजनेस एम्पायर स्टेट किया हुआ है, लेकिन ये शुरुआत कैसे हुई? हु स्टार्टेड दिस? दिस इज़ नन अदर देन बट धीरूभाई अंबानी. that we are going to learn about him, what was his motto to restore all the things, what was his social aspect or social thinking, that we are going to learn, and what was his economical thinking. His business was based on economical thinking, and how he started his business. We will just see the life of Dhirubhai Ambani. So children, let's start doing our next character, that is Dhirubhai Ambani. Now, before going to start this Dhirubhai Ambani concept, we will see that what the motto of his Laozi, that is none other than but he told us to be rationality, and the second thing is reasoning. Children. So these are the two things that he had given us. Now human beings create a lot of troubles for themselves by making everything more complex. But then they need to be, if we learn to simplify our lives, we can experience a profound satisfaction that is infinitely more meaningful than the rewards of the material world, to what we can understand through rationality and reasoning. This is the teaching of Laozi. Okay children, so now we are going to start Dhirubhai Ambani's life. We are going to discuss about him. Okay, so children, our next great personality is Dhirubhai Ambani. Dhirubhai Ambani. Okay. Now we are going to learn. Children, Dhirubhai Ambani. The full name of Dhirubhai Ambani is Dhirubhai Hirachand Ambani. Dhirubhai Hirachand Ambani. Hirachand Ambani. Okay, the full name of his this Dhirubhai Hirachand Ambani. Now children, we will learn that Dhirubhai Hirachand Ambani, popularly known as Dhirubhai Ambani, born on 28 December 1932 and he died on 6 July 2002, was a successful Indian businessman tycoon who founded Reliance Industries. Now Reliance Industries is flourishing. But who founded this? He founded. So this is the Reliance industry. Okay, Reliance Industries. Okay. So here children, you can see that Reliance Industry he was a great business tycoon, and Ambani took Reliance public in 1977. Okay, 1977 mein it was came to the public notice. Now, and was worth US dollar 2.9 billion in 2002 upon his death. In 2016, he was honored posthumously with the Padma Vibhushan. He was Padma Vibhushan. Padma Vibhushan he was awarded. Why? Because of his great deed. Okay, now Padma Vibhushan, India's second highest civilian honor. India's second highest civilian honor, he was honored, he was awarded for his contribution to trade and industry. As you all know, he was a business tycoon. That is why his contribution was considered and he was awarded by the Padma Vibhushan, but that time he was no more, but that time he was awarded because the government was considered his contribution. Now children, now if you will see the life of Hirachand Ambani, you will amazed that what was he and what he became. So that is the difference you can see. Now here children, Dhirubhai Ambani were one of the sons of the Hirachand Govardhan Bhai Ambani, a village school teacher belonging to the you can say Maud Bania community and the Jamaban Ambani, and was born in Chowat, Junagadh district, Gujarat. Okay children, on 28 December 1932, and he did his study from Bahadur Khanji school. In his youth, he joined the protest against the Nawab of the Junagadh and organized many action against the Nawab's plans to join Pakistan after independence. It was, you can see his achievement. Now, in 1948, he left for the port of Aden, Yemen, to work for AB's company along with his brother Ram Kiribhai. He later came to sell Shell and the Burma oil product for the company. Now there is a famous story about how he once made a lot of money by melting the silver bullion and selling it as a pure silver, because he knew that the value of the pure silver was much higher than the bullion was a prosecutor to his financial wizardry and the acumen. His friends described him as someone who was affable, yet ambitious, cheerful, yet had a dark side because of his extreme ambition and risk-taking. In Aden, his first son Mukesh was born to him in April 1957. Another son Anil was born 2 years later in 1959. But now children, you can see the two brothers, the legacy is continuous moving on, and you can see his achievement, what he achieved, because he started from the small industry and he now become a business tycoon. The company become many shares of this country holder, this Reliance company, so Reliance Industry. And not only in the share market, but you can see in everywhere, in clothing, in jewelry, in the oil, or everywhere you can see they have established their identity. So this is how you can learn that how can we start from very small thing and make it with your hard work, with your mind and with your devotion, you can make anything possible. So this is the life of Dhirubhai Ambani, and we will learn what was his main idea of his life. So that we are going to see. Now the thing that he always told to his workers and his motto, or you can say his vision, that pursue your goals even in the face of the difficulty. हमेशा अपने गोल को परसू करिए, चाहे वो आपका एक फेस चल रहा हो डिफ़िकल्टी का, एंड कन्वर्ट एडवर्सिटी इनटू अपॉर्चुनिटी. जो एडवर्सिटीज़ हैं, जो कि प्रॉब्लम्स है, उसको आप कन्वर्ट कर लीजिए अपॉर्चुनिटी में. जो भी प्रॉब्लम है वो आपको लग रही है, पर अगर आप कोशिश करेंगे देन यू विल अचीव द गोल. नाउ चिल्ड्रन, Very positive attitude he had, and that is why he said that pursue your goal even in the face of the difficulty and convert adversity in the opportunity. That is his main, you can say, saying. So I am going to write over here about his writing that pursue your goal. First of all, pursue your goal. Pursue your goal, whether they are looking very difficult, but pursue your goal even in the face of the difficulty. Even in the face of difficulties. Even in the face of difficulty. Children, always remember, pursue the goal. कोशिश करते रहिए, परसू करिए अपने गोल को, अपने ड्रीम को, उसको ट्रू करने के लिए. This is his motto. And he achieved this. He established a great empire of business in his life. So children, this is Dhirubhai Ambani. And now we are going to learn about Saint Mother Teresa. Okay? So let's start. After this, Saint Mother Teresa Saint Mother Teresa. Okay? We are going to learn about her life. So children, Saint Mother Teresa, later she got this title, Saint, but in her life you can see many difficulties she faced. And she was an Albanian Indian, a Roman Catholic nun and missionary. Okay, she was born in Skopje, now the capital of North Macedonia, then part of the Kosovo Vilayet and the Ottoman Empire. After living in the Skopje for the 18 years, she moved to the Ireland and then to India, where she lived for most of her life. She was not as a native Indian, but she migrated from his hometown, her hometown, and she established herself as an Indian. In 1950, Teresa founded the Missionaries of Charity. Missionaries of Charity. She founded Missionary of Charity. Okay, children. So we will write Missionary of Charity first of all. Missionary of Charity. Missionary of Charity she founded in 1950. She founded Missionary of Charity, and after that her struggle was started. A Roman Catholic religious congregation that had 4,500 nuns and was active in 133 countries in 2012. The congregation managed homes for people who were dying of HIV and AIDS, leprosy and tuberculosis. So these are the very infectious diseases, and she served because her Missionary of Charity served for that. And dispensaries, mobile clinics, children and family counseling program, as well as the orphanage and schools. Members take vows of the chastity, poverty and obedience, and also profess a fourth vow to give the wholehearted free service to the poorest of the people. Now the motto of her life, or you can say her mission, that is wholehearted free service. hearted free service. Wholehearted free service, that was her motto. Wholehearted free service to the poorest of the poor. To the poorest. To the poorest, to the of the poor. Okay, of the poor. It means गरीब से भी ज़्यादा गरीब लोगों की हमें पूरे दिल से सेवा करनी चाहिए. That was her motto. And she accomplished also. She worked very hard. She one time when she shared her experience that one day she had nothing to give their children, because there was an orphanage and many children, many people were living over there. So one day she was not having a single, it means for that day she was having, but for the next day she did not have anything. So what happened, the miracle was happened in her life, that when she was praying and she heard a sound of bell, and she opened that door and she found one packet was there, and there are so many bags of grains. And after that she realized the power of prayer. And here, children, you can see her life was devoted to the poorest of the poor. That was her motto, and she accomplished also. That is why she honored by saint. Okay, so the founder of Missionary of Charity, and whatever the reason she had, she conquered on that and she accomplished that reason. Okay, now we are going to see Baba Amte. Our next character is Baba Amte. So Baba Amte. Now our next character, Baba Amte. So we will learn about him. So children, we are going to see the Baba Amte's life and what he had given to us to follow. So children, Baba Amte Muralidhar Devidas Amte is popularly known as Baba Amte and was Indian social activist. Okay, Indian social activist. It means social reform, social work he had done. Now children, Baba Amte worked for the rehabilitation and empowerment of people suffering from leprosy. One, we have seen Mother Teresa, that she served throughout her life for leprosy, for poorest people of the poor. Now the Baba Amte was also worked for the rehabilitation and empowerment of people suffering from leprosy. He often referred to as the last follower of Mahatma Gandhi because he worked towards Gandhi's vision of India, alleviating the suffering of thousands. It means that life of the Baba Amte was, you can see, rehabilitation of their leprosy persons. That you can see the work for the rehabilitation and empowerment of suffering from leprosy. It means he served for leprosy people. Those leprosy को क्या होता है, leprosy कोई भी पसंद नहीं करता है because this is infectious or this is quite dangerous also for the people those who are suffering from. ये ज़्यादातर हमारे इंडिया में क्या था कि जिसको लेप्रेसी हो जाती थी उसको घर से बाहर निकाल देते थे, उसको छोड़ देते थे, और वो बेचारा कभी यहाँ भीख मांगता था, कभी उधर बेगर बन जाता था, कभी इधर चला जाता था, क्योंकि उसके पास नहीं आता था। तो दैट इज़ लेप्रेसी, वेरी डेंजरस डिजीज, बट Baba Amte worked for this. Now he was famous social activist, and he was a great follower of Gandhism. गांधीज़म का अगर आप बोलेंगे फॉलोअर कौन था मेन, तो दैट इज़ बाबा आमटे। बाबा आमटे ने सर्व किया नेशन को विदाउट एनी selfishness. So he was a selfless person, and he served a lot for the people, those who was suffering from leprosy children. So this is his great work that he always remembered by his great work and deed. So children, with this great personality, we have learned that devotion, dedication and discipline, the 3 Ds are important for us. If we are following these 3 Ds, so we will always successful in our life, and we will become a good human being like them. With this note, I would like to conclude my video. We will meet again with another chapter. Till then, bye-bye and take care of yourself.